The next morning, Sherlock began his first class. He was not at all impressed with his teacher, Mr. Hopkins, whose knowledge of algebra was mediocre to say the least. Unfortunately, the young Holmes did himself no favours by pointing out his teacher's foibles. Eventually, Sherlock was asked to stay behind for a one-to-one chat with Mr. Hopkins.
"What is this all about?"
asked Sherlock Holmes with a mischievous look on his face.
"Listen and listen well,"
said Mr. Hopkins.
"I'm aware that you're a clever lad, but I'd appreciate it if you did not undermine me. It will only serve to get me into trouble with the headmaster, Mr. Pickles. If you've got something to tell me, then tell me in private, and I'm sure that way we will get on famously. Do you understand?"
"All right, very well," said Sherlock. "I just don't suffer fools gladly, that's all. But I'll respect your wishes, and if you need any refresher courses on any subject whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm very clever, you know."
"I'll bear that in mind, Holmes. Now, just go! And remember, this conversation was completely confidential, okay?"
"Okay. Point taken. I'll bear that in mind,"
said Sherlock Holmes as he left the classroom with a wry smile upon his face. As he closed the classroom door, he skipped down the corridor at quite a pace, bumping into Mr. Pickles, the headmaster.
"Oh, stop running in the corridor, Holmes. Save your athletic prowess for sports day. You nearly knocked me flying, young man."
"Oh, sorry, sir. My mistake," said Holmes. "And as for sports day, I will think of something rather special. Just you wait and see."
"Good lad, that's what I like to hear. I love an enthusiastic student. Now, on your way, Holmes."
"Jolly good, sir,"
said Holmes as he sauntered down the corridor at a leisurely pace. Young Sherlock was very clever and did go along with Mr. Hopkins' wishes to some extent, but did confide in a young nerd called Billy Watson, who incidentally was the son of the famous Basil Watson, who invented the gaslight. Although a little nerdy, Watson was a very clever young chap, and Holmes was the first to spot his gift for his intricate work in both the biology lab and, of course, science, especially his ability to create various medicinal compounds. Now, this gift that Watson had came in very handy for a scheme that Sherlock had dreamt up in his highly active mind. Sherlock had noticed that a young boy in the class called Sheridan Coldstream was being bullied by 4 lads simply because he had white pimples on his face. Quite a normal thing for a man of his age, but very, very upsetting to be constantly bullied by these chappies, whose names, incidentally, were Jimmy Wilbur Smith,
"All right, mate."
Tommy Bottomley,
Hello.
Johnny Archer,
Oi.
and Tarquin Blackbeard, whose
I
great-grandfather
love bullying people.
was a notorious
Always have done.
pilot. Oi, oi, Captain. To make sure he was on track, Sherlock decided to consult his grandmother through the magnifying glass that was given to him by his mother in the pantry. He took it to a little alcove in the library, and to his amazement, his grandmother's face appeared within the lens.
"Hello, Sherlock. You're looking well. How are you?"
I'm fine, Granny. Great to see you. Wonderful, in fact. I need some advice, that's all.